Buenos días, es la señora Tacas. Good morning, is Mrs. Tacas. Vamos a hablar de los números y el concepto de cuántos y cuántas. We're going to speak about numbers and the concept, how many are there, and there are, and then the numbers. This is another way that we can use numbers that we learn. So let's start our slideshow. Los números, ¿cómo los podemos usar? How can we use numbers? Primero que nada, first of all, we're going to speak about making the plural. ¿Cómo se hace el plural de las palabras en español? If a word ends in a vowel, a, e, I, o, u, all you have to do is add the letter S. The word uva becomes uvas. If the word ends in a consonant, all you have to do is add es. Reloj becomes relojes. But if that consonant is the letter Z, you have to change that letter Z for a C, and then you add your es. Lápiz becomes lápices. If the word ends in ION, SION, or ON with the written accent, you will add the ES because it's a consonant, but you will remove that written accent. Televisión becomes televisiones without the accent. So the concept, how many? It's either cuántos or cuántas. Cuántos is used with masculine nouns. ¿Cuántos plátanos hay? How many bananas are there? Or plantains if you're from Puerto Rico. Hay 5 plátanos. There are 5 plantains or bananas. How many hats are there? So the question is, how many hats are there? The answer will be 417 hats. Hats is a masculine word, so you will say ¿cuántos sombreros hay? And then you will say hay 417 sombreros. In class, we will work with the numbers by 100. How many boys are there? And their answer will be 35,210. ¿Cuántos chicos hay? Hay 35,210 chicos. ¿Cuántas, on the other hand, is used with feminine nouns. So if you have a word like la mesa, la silla, and you want to know how many are there, you would use cuántas. ¿Cuántas manzanas hay? How many apples are there? Hay 10 manzanas. There are 10 apples. How many doors are there? So we know doors is a feminine word, is la puerta. In plural form, it will be las puertas. And the answer will be 273. So what happens with numbers after 199 up to 999 is that the cientos become cientas when there are talking about how many of a feminine noun. So in this case, how many doors are there will be ¿cuántas puertas hay? And the answer, hay 273 puertas. So as you can see on this example, are there and there are, all you have to do is use I, H-A-Y, I. And when you are telling how many are there of a feminine word, or sometimes how many are you have of a feminine noun, you have to change it to a feminine form, that number, if the number falls between 200 and 999. How many chairs are there? ¿Cuántas sillas hay? There are 1,000 chairs. So in Spanish, the word for 1,000 is just mil. You don't use uno or una with this. You just use the word mil. So hay 1,000 sillas. I hope this helps you get an introduction on the concept how many. We will be practicing with this in class, and eventually we'll also add the verb to have and say how many do you have or how many does she have. I'll see you in school.